This is Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast. Episode 138, Baby, I Apologize.
Love my baby in the afternoon, but she's crying. Told my baby in the afternoon, but she don't like it. She don't like it. The baby used to love me so. Baby, I apologize for telling them dirty lies. I had my phone, but now it's gone. Baby, I apologize.
What's that song all about?
Baby, I Apologize was recorded on June 1st, 1973 at Air Studios in London during the On the Third Day sessions. In the liner notes for the 2006 remastered version of Electric Light Orchestra 2, Jeff Lynne wrote,
Baby, I Apologize is a demo of a little ditty that I wrote with someone else in mind. Can't think who it might have been. It's rather silly, but has some nice chords.
Whoever that someone else was is unknown since it was never recorded by anyone else. The demo wasn't released until August 1991 as a bonus track on the double CD set Early E.L.O. 1971 to 1973.
All right, I apologize. I'm really sorry. I apologize unreservedly. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact and was in no way fair comment and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family. And I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.
I'm Eric Paul Johnson.
And I'm Eric Winsenson.
And I came across this song sometime in 1993. As I do every time I go to the record store, right to the E.L.O. section. Flipping through the CDs, and I come across a double disc set called Early E.L.O. 1971 to 1973. I never saw it before. So I look at it, it's got the first two albums. And then I see it has all these quadraphonic mixes of songs from it that weren't there before, and single versions of songs, and the instrumental for In Old England Town, which I had never heard before, and an early version of Showdown called All Over the World. And it had all these early versions and alternate versions, and it had this song that I had never heard before, an unreleased track called Baby, I Apologize. So yeah, I snapped that sumbitch right up, and I took it home, and I listened to it from start to finish, even though first album, not so crazy about. Second album I've heard, but I'm the kind of person, even if I've heard it before, I bought it, I'm going to listen to it. I enjoyed the quadraphonic mixes. I really liked the instrumental version of In Old England Town. And then Baby, I Apologize started. And I thought, well, this is unusual. Okay, the piano, and then there's an organ, a kind of organ that I've never heard before used in an E.L.O. song. And Jeff singing in a voice that's not his normal Jeff Lynne voice. But overall, I liked it. This is a fun song. And it's another rarity in another way. It's E.L.O. being silly. You don't get, at least on official releases, at least not yet, not until we get to Flashback, I think. Oh wait, Jungle, I forgot about Jungle. Where you get a silly kind of E.L.O. song is extremely rare. So, and I like novelty, funny, silly kind of songs, so I really dug it. I thought it was great. That soliloquy he does there in the middle.
You know, my darling, that I was a broken man, and my dreams had fell apart. And then a voice from above told me the truth of the world we live. And my darling, I'd just like to say one more time, please come back.
I thought that just added to the hilariousness of it all. And the whole song kind of plays out like a 1930s or 40s radio soap opera. So to have that organ in it, and then to have it end the way it does with that organ sounding just like a 30s or 40s soap opera. yeah, I thought, well, this is a fan-damtastic song. This is well worth sitting through the first album of songs that I've already heard before, wasn't too crazy about. I'm glad I bought this CD. What a fun song.
Well, as usual, when I go into a record store, first thing I do is go to the magazine rack for a copy of Heavy Metal so I can see cartoon breasts.
Well, this was before the internet, so yeah.
No, I'm thinking Tower Records back in the 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, about the album.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know about the early E.L.O. album. I'd probably, tell you the truth, I'd probably look at it and go, another one of these releases that's got these albums on it, and okay, I already have these albums. Why do I need this?
Yeah.
Well, now that I know this exists, I know I need it.
Yeah.
And now that I know Baby I Apologise exists, I need to hear it again.
Yeah, you do.
I was telling him he's going to be a bit surprised because I really like this. Who is it that was saying how bad this song was? There was somebody in the comments that was saying, wait till you get to this piece of crap.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I remember. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, I remember him saying, something like, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about Baby Apologise. And I'm just thinking, yeah, you might be surprised, because I loved it from the first hearing back in 93.
It's so much different. I mean, I had to figure out when it was from, because, of course, we've been doing outtakes from Secret Messages, and then
yeah.
I'm going, when is this thing? And looking it all up, way back here, 73.
Yeah.
It's just him banging away on the piano, singing a silly song, and then adding some roller skate organ on there. And then, or organ pipe pizza organ or whatever, and just having fun with it. And I like it. I mean, I know I have gotten after some of their sillier stuff before of not being too appreciative. That outtake of Roll Over Beethoven where they're making flatulent noises for one, jungle for another. This is completely unforced and just them having fun in the studio, and I can understand why he decided this was not going to be released at the time, because it fits nowhere on E.L.O. 2 or on the third day, which I from what I gather, it was recorded kind of in that section there, but it doesn't fit sound-wise, so I can understand why he decided no strings and everything, I'm just going to go ahead and do something else. But I'm glad he released it. I'm glad he released it as it is, because as it is, it still sounds really good. And it's still an enjoyable song. And definitely if you're going to buy something that has all this material you've already heard before, it's nice to have a little prize like this on there.
Oh yeah. No, I was surprised when it came up, and I just thought it was wonderful. And yeah, I saw why it wasn't on the third day. It really doesn't fit in anywhere on there. On the Third Day is a pretty gloomy album. Other than Daybreaker, I have a hard time thinking of any song on there that was an upbeat, peppy kind of fun song. Well, Ma 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 Bell, I guess. That's a hard rocker kind of song. And then later I find out, looking up the stuff for this episode, Jeff did not write this for E.L.O. He wrote this for somebody else. Who? Nobody knows who it was supposed to be. I guess he didn't give it to that person, or that person didn't record it, and nobody knows what. Because even Jeff says, I don't know who I wrote this for, but I did it anyway.
But it's good. I mean, that makes more sense, because E.L.O. 2 was their proggy album. It was their attempt to fit in with it, what everybody else was doing at the time. On the Third Day was more of, okay, I'm going to do my own thing a bit. And yeah, it is kind of on the gloomy side. So yeah, it doesn't fit with either, but if he was doing this for somebody else, if he was writing it for somebody else to record, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But still, I'm glad whoever it was didn't record it, because it's fine as it is with Jeff on there. And also for that time, he's not doing that angry old man voice.
Yeah, that's screaming at kids to get off his lawn kind of, yeah. No, it's an all-around fun song. And plenty of times in my life, I've thought, sweet Jesus, I gotta hear Baby I Apologise.
And then now I've got another E.L.O. CD that if I ever stumble across it, I need to get, just to make sure that I've got that for my playlist.
Yeah, you should get it. And it's got all nice little bonus extra stuff. And you like Showdown? I didn't. But it's got some extra Showdown stuff there, too.
Including Quad.
Is there a Quad? Oh, Showdown? Let me see. There's
I don't know.
quadraphonic stuff.
There were some quad mixes on there.
There's quadraphonic stuff on there from the first 2 albums. As for Showdown, single version and 2 early versions.
And the instrumental version of In Old England Town, I take it, is that B-side version.
Yeah.
Got something to say about Baby, I Apologise? Then call the telephone line voicemail.
623-850-3375. Call now. Today.
Good old everybody, it's me, Dono, of that Xanadu thing, and here's my very brief take on Baby I Apologize. Tour, record, tour, record, tour, record, tour, record. That seems to be the pattern Jeff and the boys were going through in the early days of the band. All that hard work would pay off in the long run, but for now, it's the boots on the ground, foot to butt, nose to grindstone, which probably explains this unfinished track from the E.L.O. 2 sessions, letting off some steam with bonus time afforded to them. It's one of those rare tracks that Jeff turns a genre slightly on its head. In this particular case, those old 50s rock and roll tunes of Teenage Romance in the Shitter, complete with vocals similar to either Kermit the Frog or Frank Zappa, joyfully mocking those cheeseball lyrics. The lyrics, by the way, are slightly tweaked, but my favorite part are the vocals. Plus, the organ only adds to the cheesy fun, especially with the fade out. Too bad he never got a chance to finish it.
Join the Facebook group Jeff Lynne's Blue World. Not only can you post anything even slightly tangentially related to E.L.O. without some tin-plated nerd with delusions of godhood deleting or blocking you, not only can you debate E.L.O. without someone questioning your authenticity as an E.L.O. fan if you dare not like a song by Jeff Lynne, but best of all, you can win E.L.O. calendars, ties, tumbler, pens, and many other quality, unauthorized, unlicensed E.L.O. merchandise.
Is this a great country or what?
But you can only win that stuff at Jeff Lynne's Blue World on Facebook.
Well, hey, this is Troy with my thoughts on Baby, I Apologize. Oh, man, as Paul Schaefer would say to David Letterman, hey, Dave, man, I can't get enough of this crazy, nutty song. I had never heard this song before. That's one of the reasons why I love this podcast. It's always exposing me to hidden nuggets like this. I really love this song. It sounds like the band is having fun in the studio, like maybe they didn't really intend to record this. They were just rehearsing and got a little groove going and tossed in some lyrics, and somebody happened to leave the tape machine on. Thank God they did. I can see why it wasn't released, though. It sounds like an unfinished track, but I wish to God they had released it. I think if they had tidied it up a bit, it would have been a great killer B-side at least. I don't know if it would have fit any of their albums, though. I know it was included as a bonus track on the special edition of E.L.O. 2. Not so sure it really would have fit that album. I think it might have been a good fit for Face the Music, but as it stands, it wasn't released. But now, through the marvel of the internet and podcasts and all those things, we can finally listen to it and enjoy it. And I have to say, my favorite part about the song is Jeff's exaggerated monologue in the middle. Baby, I apologize. It kind of reminds me of some of those 50s songs like Little Darling by the Diamonds, where the lead singer says, my darling, I need you. And it also reminds me, at least a little bit, the Smothers Brothers' Jenny Brown. Tommy goes into an exaggerated monologue in the middle of that. If you've never heard it, Google it. It is funny as hell. But again, this is great, and one of the reasons why I'm such a fan of Jeff Lynne. It does show, if anybody needed any proof, that he does have a sense of humor, and it also shows that he's a freaking genius. Talk to you next week. This has been A Thought from Troy.
Like it, hate it, what does Madeline think?
Today, I listened to Baby I Apologize, and I liked the song, and And every time I listen to a song, it's always dark outside. Love you guys. Bye.
Wow, she liked it.
Face the Music, an Electric Light Orchestra song-by-song podcast, is a production of Radio Trolla Entertainment, Assorted Deli Meats Amalgamated. You can contact us by voicemail at 623-850-3375 or email us at eloftmpodcast@gmail.com. Keep up to date on the show by joining our Facebook group and spread the word by sharing the link or giving us a quick rating on iTunes. You can financially support the podcast at patreon.com/ELOpod. Next week, episode 139, Grieg's Piano Concerto in A minor.